Hello, and welcome to another Microbit for seniors. Today we're going to be talking about the 25 LED display on the Microbit. Now, in this day and age when we have 85-inch HD TVs, it may seem like not that much information can come across on a 5 by 5 LED display. But as we're going to see, quite a bit can. We can do the entire English language, all the letters of the alphabet, all the digits, and some animation and other symbols too. All on this little 5 by 5 25 LED display. See the arrows? Let's go take a look and see how this is programmed. Well, here we are on the iPad. Let's launch the Microbit app. This might be a good time to make sure that our Microbit, the one we're going to flash to, is chosen. Let's just look here where it says choose and Pazit, P-A-Z-I-T. That's the one we want, so we're all set there. But what we'd like to do is write a program that would display all the letters of the English alphabet, all 26, uppercase, and 0 through 9 of the numeric digits, maybe 10 just to see what happens. Along the way, we're going to learn a few tricks that might speed up our development, because that's a lot of lines of code. Let's get started. Create code. We'll go to home and build a new project. You can see I've already done this once or twice maybe. And we'll call it, let's call it Microsoft for Seniors 25 LEDs. And let's make this part 1. That means we're probably going to have more than one of these, but we'll do them one at a time. Here we are. Oh, good, a green simulator. Let's see, we probably won't use forever, but let's leave it there for now. And on start, I think we will be using that. I said that we're going to use this when we press the A button, so let's bring that up. On button A. Let's look at the basics. This is where that was search, sorry, basic. Some of the things we can do, and we've gone through several of these already, are show a number. Now that has a value because it can actually use a calculable value. Show LEDs, and we can draw anything we want. Show icon, a bunch of predetermined show LEDs done for us. Look at them all. I brought it over here. This is an example of the different ones that are already pre-drawn for us. We might use one of those later. Let's just leave it aside for now. But on button A, when button A is pressed, well, we want to show. Once again, that's Microbit's, or at least makeCode's, way of showing output, displaying output. Let me see, show number, no. It's probably show string, so let's bring that over. It is show string. Now, whatever is inside these quotation marks is what's going to be displayed. I see we don't have a keyboard yet. Let's have, it's already selected for us, although I deselected it. Now I have to do it by hand, back it off, and have that show capital A. Let's give it a try and see what happens. Here's the simulator, it's already turned on. Press the A button, and it shows A. But that's the end of it. We wanted to show all we wanted to have these 25 LEDs display all the letters of the alphabet. So we'll have to do another show string. One way to do this is to hold down on it until you get duplicate. Could have gone over to basic and picked another one, but let's do it that way. In fact, while we're here, let's hold down and duplicate it again. So now we have show A, show A, show A. Not too exciting. Let's click on the A and turn that to a B. Let's click on this A and turn that one into a C. So now we're a little better off. If we press the A button on the simulator, we're going to see A, B, C. Maybe a little too fast for us. Let's try that again. A, B, C. So what we want to do is insert a little delay in between the three shows. Let's go back to basic. Scroll on down. There it is. It's called pause down near the bottom. Pause 100. Let's bring that over and pop it in there. This means 100 microseconds. Let's increase that number to 500 microseconds, which would be half a second. Now, we can copy that just by holding it down. Duplicate. Let's do it again. Hold it down. Duplicate. And just pop. Whoa! Got to be careful. It's got to be chosen. Put that one in there. And this one in there. Have I done that right? A pause. Two pauses. Doesn't look right, does it? Let's take that out. But bring this back. A pause, B pause, excuse me, C. Let's run that, see what it looks like. A, B, C. Now what if you didn't like that pause? What if that was just a little too long? Well, you have to go back and change every one. Unless we create a variable that can hold that, then we just have to change the variable once. Well, we need a variable. Pick the variable thing, make a new variable. Let's call it weight. W-A-I-T. That's going to be our variable, weight. All right? And we'll set the value of weight to whatever we like on start. Let's move the forever out of here. We decided we don't need that. So on start, we're going to set the weight to whatever it is we put in that box right there. Let's change this one to 500. Bring up the keyboard. 500. Oh, that's a 0. Those are O's, not zeros. Okay. Now what we have to do is in the pause place here, insert the variable weight. We go to variable, drag out weight, and put it in there. So it's not 500 now, although it is actually 500. It's the 500 from the variable that we assigned the value of 500 to on start. Let's see if we can hold this down. This one's a little trickier to hold down, but there it is. Duplicate. We'll put that one in there. Now we've kind of set this up. We don't need this pause anymore. We've set this up so that when we run the program now, we can determine how much space, how much of a pause is between each of the letters by simply coming up here and changing this number. That makes what we're going to do next a lot easier. Well, it's going to be quite a job to add 23 more of these, but let's speed it up a little. We can do it by holding down here, duplicating that, bringing it over here, and just taking out the part in the middle. So now we have 6 letters. We have to go back, but we left the pause out, didn't we? We're going to have to get one of those. Let's hold that down. Hold it down. Duplicate and put that one, not just that, you got to grab the whole thing. Put that right in there. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 letters. Let's duplicate those and we'll get 12. Let's take this off the screen for now. We're going to have to make the screen a little bit smaller. Move this up out of the way a little. Move this out of the way. Hold down the whole group. Duplicate it. So we got the whole button A duplicated. But we only want the inside. Doesn't matter which way we do it. Let's do it. Now let's do it this way. Drag this out of there and down here. Catch that? I'll do it one more time. So now we have 12 of them, don't we? Got a little problem right here again. We don't have a weight in there. Let's hold that down, duplicate, grab one of those, and put it right in there. We've got quite a few letters. Let's get some of this stuff out of the way. Get that out of the way totally. We're going to have to reduce the size of this so we can see it. Looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So if we double that again, let's make this a little bit smaller, or duplicate it. Hold down this button, choose duplicate, bring it over here. Just grab the top one so we get the inside, and now we have 24 letters. Get this out of the way. Have to make this a little smaller. We're just saying that we have a lot of letters now. But the good news is, all we have, let's make it bigger so you can see it. And try to scroll up here. We have A, B, C. So let's just click on these, the letters themselves. Keep the keyboard open. D, it's not going to be too bad. Click on this one. E, hope I know the alphabet. F, G, just tapping on that, it selects it. H, I, J, K, L, M. I'm going to get some of these things out of the way now. Also, I've noticed I ran two of them together, didn't I, without the, right down there. Let's bring this up here. A little tricky, but we can do it. Plus, plus. There were two of them together right there. Let's duplicate the pause again and put it right in, oh, lost track of it. There it is, right there. LM. So now we got to pick up here. Let's bring this a little bit over to the left. Maybe the keyboard will be all right. LM, this one wants to be tapped on. LMN. O. P. Q. R. S. I think I might have messed up S there. Let's go back and delete the space. There we go. S. Wow, we really made this long, haven't we? Get it over here. Bring this down and zoom in right there. S, we had T, U, V, W, X. So we had S, T, U, V, W, X. We only need two more. So let's come over here. and see if we can just grab two of these. We got to do X and Z. There's the weight, X, Y, and Z. Let's just do these one at a time. Duplicate, so that should be Y. Hold that down. Duplicate, and one more. Hold that down, duplicate. That Y should be Z. Wow, that's quite a job. Now we don't really care to see all that necessarily, but let's run it. We're over here at the simulator, press the A button. A, B, C, D, looks like it's working. I'm going to be adjusting this a little bit while we do that. So that all takes place when the A button is pressed. And it only happens because we've already established a delay period through the variable weight. Now when we're all done with the alphabet, it might be nice to let us know that that's the case. And I think I'll do that by having an arrow point to the A button, meaning that if you want to see this again, you'll have to press the A button. There's a nice little show icon that will answer this for us. Let's get a pause here at the end. Hold that down, duplicate, put the pause in there. And then let's look over here under the basic group, scroll down at the bottom, and choose something called Show Arrow. Let's bring that over here. Now the arrow has a variety of choices, north, blah, 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 all that. North means up, east means right, south means down, and west means to the left, which is what we want, pointing over towards the button. So it will end with an arrow. So if we start this again and run through the alphabet, we can see that all the letters are displayed with a wait period of 500 seconds, which we can change. It's actually called pause. We run through the alphabet, and then when we get to the bottom, let's make this a little bit smaller so we can see more of it. We should see an arrow that just says, go ahead, press that A button again if you want to see. Hope I got the alphabet. Z is done. There you go. See the A button? Press the arrow pointing to the A button, and if we press that, it'll start all over again. Kind of what we had in mind. So we've handled the letters. Now what we'd like to do is have the numbers show up when we press the B button. We'll need another input A, but this of course will have to be changed to, if I can grab it, B. When the B button is pressed, we can go through all the numbers starting with 0. But this is going to be a little easier. It's not going to require all these lines of code. We can use something called a loop. Let's look at the loops. There are a variety of loops. Right now we're going to be interested in the one that says for an index equals 0 to 4. Let's bring that over here. Now we know right off the bat we're going to make that be a 9, 0 to 9. So get that ready. What do we want to have happen from 0 to 9? Well, first of all, let's create another variable. Make a variable, and let's call this num for number. N-U-M-B. Could have said number, but I think I'll just go with a short one. There's the variable number. Let's bring that over and put it in the spot there for number. Now it says for number, it goes from 0 to 9. What do we want to have happen? Well, we want the number to show. So let's go back to basic, choose show number, and have that pop in there. Show number 0. Nah, we want it to be the variable, don't we? Sorry. Pick variable, num, bring that over, show num. So that to me looks like we're going to, let's make this a little bit bigger. When we press B, we'll go from the number being 0 up to 9. It will show the number. Let's give that a try. See how close we are to what we want. 0, 1, 2. Wow, that's not bad, huh? There it is. What if we change this to 10? Because that's 2 digits. 1, 0. Press the B button. Now this is something a little different, and it's not what we wanted to do in part 1. It's showing more than one screen. So I'm going to bring this back to 9. All kinds of fun things can happen there, animations, but right now we just want to do 2. The A button and the B button. Let's give us a little space here to work with these. We still could put that weight in. Let's copy one from over here, the pause. Hold it down, duplicate. And after we've shown a number, we pause a little bit. Let's see what that looks like. See? It's taking a little bit longer in between displaying the numbers. I think we'd like to do that same trick that we did with the end of the alphabet here. The arrow, but this time we want it to say east. Let's copy it. It might be harder to bring it all the way up there. Let's just go over and get one. Under basic, got to remember anyway, show arrow. Bring it back here. I think we might want that outside the loop. Not every time we go through the loop. And we want it to say east. Let's see how that works. Button B pressed. 0, 1, 2. That might be slower than we want. There, the arrow's pointing there. So if you want to see that again, you press that one. Now that's a pretty neat little program. It displays all the letters of the alphabet, all the numbers 0 to 9, and we can see how we could move it up. What if we press both buttons? Let's choose basic, input, and change this to A and B. That might be fun just to clear off the whole thing. And more importantly, I wanted to show you what other kinds of static things we could do. We can show an icon. I'm going to bring this down here. This is one that's predetermined for us. Pick anything you want. I think what I'll do is print the X character there. That means neither one of them will be. Well, what if we had something left on from earlier? Is there a thing that allows us to clear the display? How about clear screen? We've just about used up all the blocks inside the basic group. Let's pick clear screen. So if we press the A and B button at the same time, it should clear the screen and then put that X on there. See how that works. Well, I guess we wouldn't even need the X if we cleared the screen. We don't need them both, but let's try them anyway. Let's press the B button and see all the different choices. You can see the simulator has created a little place to press that simulates the A and B button. When we were all done, we were going to be left with the arrow. So we'll press that A and B button. It cleared the screen and displayed the X. So now with 25 LEDs, look at all the things we can do. All these letters, all the numbers, and a lot of different symbols. That's a pretty good collection. So yes, I think 25 LEDs can do quite a bit. We'll look at them again another time and see what kind of movement we can get out of these 25 LEDs. And finally come up with some sort of limitation, unfortunately, for them. Well, that's all for now. Goodbye.